What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? I'm just checking in with everybody. I'm just checking in. Drop something in the comments. Drop something in the comments. Let me know you're here. Thanks for those likes. Drop something in the comments if you're here. High maintenance chick. So, I didn't see any of the feeds after last night, but I did check through Twitter. I looked through the video pages that I depend on for updates when I can't get to them. And it doesn't look like much changed. Hi, Cameron. It does not look like much change between last night and today. Hi, D. Yeah, it doesn't seem like much change between last night and today. But obviously, last night, I feel like this season is a movie. People can say whatever they want about this season, but I feel like this season is a movie. So many twists and turns. You can't predict anything. Monty and Taylor study together for the night. He basically promises her that he would take her to the final two. Hi, Estelle. He basically promises her that he would take her to the final two. He gives her like a little peck, good night, goes to bed, and then she goes into her monologue, which was epic. We had the whole thing on here. If y'all didn't see that, I think about the 2 hour mark of my live last night is when she went in on her monologue. And one of the first things she started to say, which had everybody feeling different ways about it, it was epic. Lex. Some people were like, this is lit. And some people were like, I hate this. But she pretty much said, I want to make sure to have Turner and Monty on my side. So she was like, I don't want to have to betray Monty, but I pretty much would if it meant winning that final 750K. Hoping for Monty so Taylor can be in that final two seat. Yeah, so it's interesting. Taylor wanted to position herself to get picked by either of them. As far as I know, unless somebody can tell me different, Monty hasn't told Turner that he would take him out in the final two. But also, I don't think Turner is stupid, and I think that Turner understands that that's a possibility. That sucks. Monty taking Taylor if he wins. Hopefully Monty doesn't tell Turner that he'll cut him if he wins the HOH. Yeah, I think as of what we saw, he didn't tell him. I think as of what we saw, I'm telling you, D. I'm telling you, I stay saying that. Last night it showed Turner in the bed, and he was whispering really quietly, but he was whispering about cops and orders of things, but he was doing it so quietly so nobody could hear him. And I was like, yep, my man just pretends like all he does is just walk around, eat and sleep. But nah, he's paying attention to everything. Hi, Rise. What time did y'all go to bed? Because I went to bed hella late. I went to bed like 4 a.m. because of that whole Taylor stuff. By the way, if anybody knows anything about patents, please talk to me. If anyone knows anything about patents, that's a side note. If anyone knows anything about patents, or if anybody does that, let me know. How are y'all doing, and who is your prediction to win part 3, and who's your prediction to win the whole thing? That's what I'm looking for. Who's your prediction to win part 3? Oh, nothing more happened, Rise. Nothing more happened in the last 5 minutes. All the juicy stuff was all way before that. So your prediction to win part 3 is Turner, Christine, or the whole thing? Because 2 questions I'm asking. Who do you think wins part 3? And who do you think wins Big Brother? I want to see that. I want to have all your predictions here on this video so that we can come back and see who was right and who was wrong. Before I get off, I will give my predictions as well. Okay, so you think Turner. So Christine has Turner winning part 3 and Big Brother. I don't see Turner taking Taylor at all. I wonder. I really do, Cameron. But I think that Turner is really thinking about the angles. Not even the comps or anything like that. I really do think that he is thinking about Taylor and the angles. Like, I feel like he thinks that if it's Monty, it would be Monty's game versus his game. But if he goes up against Taylor, it would be his game versus Taylor's story. And sometimes the story is actually too great to overcome. I'm like that too, D. That's why I spotted him immediately. People are like, what are you talking about, Mark? I'm that type of person. If I was on Big Brother, which a lot of you are like, you should apply for Big Brother. If I was on the show, I would be the one who was in the room while everybody was talking, fighting, doing whatever they were doing, making appointments. And they would be like, this guy, why is he here? He's not a threat. And meanwhile, I'd be sitting there watching, listening, learning. I'm a nervous wreck. This is one of the most unpredictable seasons of Big Brother in years. This is one of the most unpredictable seasons of Big Brother in years. Turner wins part 3, Monty wins the game. Okay, so Cameron has Monty winning. D. Taylor took the time to help him, not Monty. Taylor took the time to help Monty last night also. So Taylor is playing the middle, or she's trying to. Turner exposed her. She doesn't know that, but she's trying to play the middle. I'd like Monty to win both. I wish Taylor had a chance. Well, Taylor helped him before Taylor helped him study. I would have said Monty, but now Turner. I don't know. Taylor helped both of them study. She's smart that way. Yeah, because if you guys think about it, Taylor, I believe, out of who was left, was studying the most out of the 3 of them and knew the most out of the 3 of them. So she was deflated when she didn't win part 1 or 2. So then she said, the only thing left that I can do is to try to do my best to make sure that either guy would pick me. So she shifted her strategy to that. Taylor dumb for helping Turner. She had a clear-cut final 2. She has a chance to be third, but I don't really think that's going to impact Monty that much. I agree, because Monty would never take you as final 2. Turner would never take you as final 2, but Monty might take you. You agree with Spivey? Is that what you're saying, Keisha? It's just not good gameplay at all. What time? It comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is in about, 4.5 hours or so. Oh, you agree that it was not smart for her to study with Turner. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard for me to say. Like, it's really hard for me to say. Because if you don't do that, you're 100% depending on Monty. And then if Turner wins, you're out. So I kind of understand why she did that. What if Taylor tells Turner that Monty is gonna cut Turner and take Taylor for final two? Um, she might. You heard what she was saying last night. Does Turner change his mind and take Taylor? I feel like knowing Turner, he would just run that by Monty and it would backfire on Taylor. I feel like just knowing how Turner seems to operate. So at the last that we saw on the feeds, Shannon, Monty said that he told Taylor that he's taking her. I can't wait to see Kyle face if Taylor and that would be epic and classic. That would be classic. Turner may go back to Monty and Monty will deny. Yeah, that would not be a smart move for her to do at this point. She better just keep herself quiet from here. Oh yeah, she can say that in her. Does the final person do they both make speeches? Do they both make speeches at the end after the last person wins HOH? She better not say anything unless Monty wins part 3. Turner will use that against Taylor on why she shouldn't be final 2. They do make speeches? Yeah, so she should save it for the speech. She should not say that unless she's in that situation where she's making her speech. I loved Taylor's speech more than any of the 3 speeches that they made this morning, Shy. Taylor's speech was the speech. The 3 speeches that they made, they were good. The morning speeches were good, but they were not like the speech from last night. For me. Y'all gotta understand, even if Taylor told Turner everything, Turner doesn't what wants to take, I guess. Taylor, he's been made that clear. He would still pick Monty because they bond. And y'all know that they're going to split the money in some kind of a way. And the way how I know that is because I remember them talking about that pretty early on. They were talking about that pretty early on and production cut. It might not be a big split, but I think it's gonna be something. Turner would rather lose to Monty than Taylor. In his eyes, he was an Xavier and Kylan situation. I don't see it like an Xavier and Kylan situation at all. I don't even see similarities. Yeah, they can't do it. Of course, they can't do it in an obvious way, but they can do it behind the scenes. There's no way of Big Brother being able to stop that. Because I feel like in Turner's case, it wasn't like, I want to go against the best. I feel like in Turner's case, it was like, I need Monty to help get me here because I don't really believe in myself enough. I feel Kylan definitely felt like he could get there and Xavier could get there even if they weren't playing together individually. Invest in each other's businesses. Yeah, and I feel like with the way that Monty and Turner have been talking every single night about their businesses, I think that they would. I think that they would do that, support each other. Hey, Andrew, who you got tonight? Who you got tonight? I would not, Andrew, if I was playing this game, I'm getting Big D and Azza. I'm taking Alyssa with me. I'm taking Victoria. I don't care about this best against the... I want to go against the best BS. I want to get the money. These people weren't my friends 82 days ago. And if they don't want to be my friends afterwards, oh well. I'll wipe my tears with the money. That's just me. I'll wipe my tears with the money. Yes. I actually think that Monte is going to choose Taylor for final two now. Yeah, last night kind of convinced me. Kylan is extremely underrated. The thing is, Kylan is extremely good at Big Brother, but has too big of an ego. Kylan could have won Big Brother if he had made better choices. But he was just like, nah, I believe in this honor, pride thing. Kobe Bryant, Goku, this and that. Like, no, bruh. Checks bounce in the Big Brother house. Exactly, Andrew. Work smarter, not harder. Why make it hard for yourself and be like, I want to go against the best? Take the layups with you. Take the layups with you and beat them easily. Unanimous. And let all the fans be like, oh, that was an easy win. Okay, I got the money in the bank. So why make it hi Trisha. Taylor for the win. You think so, Shy? You take out a big threat. Exactly. You take out a big threat. It's a win-win. He didn't. It would have been Spivey. It would have been Xavier. It would have been any strong black male that walked into that house. Kylan thought the game was about like honor and all that good stuff. He was great on the Challenge USA. Like he surprised me, to be honest. He surprised me with how good he was on Challenge USA, Keisha. I'd rather take out the best too. Kylan thought it was LeBron. Yeah, he did. Cody could have won twice if he didn't take Derek. I know. That was at the time a $500,000 mistake, and he was definitely not going to do the same thing with Nicole. You're talking about Nicole? Oh, you're talking about Victoria, D. Yeah. Yeah, definitely should have taken Victoria. I would Rise. I don't know. Like, I would not care in any way about people saying it was easy, it was boring, it was predictable. As long I came there to win that money. I don't care how I did it. I don't care how I did it. He was jealous of Xavier and made sure as soon as he got the chance to take a shot at him, he took that shot immediately. Can you imagine how much easier things would be for Monty had he cut Turner and that's what I was thinking. Kylan. Yeah, Kylan, they wanted to. So I kind of get it a little bit in Kylan's case. Just a little bit. Because Hannah and Tiffany definitely would have tried to clip him before the final. But at the same time, that still might have been the better route. Kylan picked most of the slack during his elimination with Azza as a partner. Monty didn't think Brittany deserves final three because her gameplay was full of lies. And one person wins the money, not your alliance members. Exactly. You see how all these cookout members are still looking salty at Xavier a year later. But guy is still thriving. Tiffany would have never... You think so? I don't know. Tiffany's cutthroat to me. Keisha, I think Tiffany is cutthroat. Hopefully Turner repays Taylor's kindness, helping him with his days by taking her to the final two. Turner for the win, second place, Taylor, and America's favorite. Considered a respectable move when big targets get voted out. They always say it was a good move. Exactly. And it's a resume booster, as they say, Trisha. It is a resume booster. I mean, I know that Monty is credited for the Michael move, but who else did he take out on his HOHs? Who did Monty take out on his HOHs? Funny comment from Monty this game, all about how great you lie. She has a podcast. Yeah, I saw it. I've seen it. She's had him on twice actually, Keisha. She has had him on twice. They're mostly all still friends to some degree, except Xavier is not messing with Alyssa like that anymore. If you guys have seen the Challenge USA and like post interviews of things that Xavier has said about Alyssa. Alyssa from last season, I'm referring to. Hannah, the only one that wasn't. I agree for once, Spivey. I agree with you for once. I agree. Like, Hannah still calls X big brother and all that. If when you hear any of the other ones talk about X, they sound real salty. Monte would have smoked Brittany in part 1. Monty smoked Brittany in part 2. This is what I'm saying to you, Unique. This is what I'm saying, Unique. This is exactly how I felt it would go. Like, if his worries about Brittany not picking him, it's like, I don't even think Brittany would have been in the position to get to part 3. Do we have a source for BB back? Zoe, I wish that I could play it on my channel, but I think it would probably get blocked. But if you go to the Winner's Circle, by Derek and Cody, they said they have an after party right after the show, and they interview the BB winner, and they interview several, I think all of the final 3. I think they interview all of the last 3 after the show. Derek and Cody, the Winner's Circle. Not to try to get y'all off my channel, but if you want to watch the Winner's Circle, they have interviews live after the episode tonight on YouTube. What happened between which two? Oh, Alyssa and Xavier. Well, at first, you saw how Alyssa, when she got voted out, was like, oh, I understand the mission and I love it, blah, blah, blah. And then she got on the Challenge USA with Xavier and was like, my number one mission is to get him out of the house because he was lying to me the whole time and he betrayed me and all this stuff. And she threw him into an elimination. Her and Kyland threw Xavier into an elimination and he got out early. Nicole was a good pre-jury player and Alyssa had a lot of votes in jury. And Big D. Nicole was a terrible player. Didn't she make the final 3 and didn't she win one, or was she second? Like, I was so surprised how jealous Alyssa was to Xavier. I know. I saw a different side of her on the challenge too. If I'm Monty, I'm definitely cutting Turner. Not just because I'm feeling Taylor, but also because of strategic of the game. Resume sold up. Yeah, Lisa. I don't think Brittany would have won those comps, and I think that Monty would have been in a great position. But then again, Brittany wouldn't have won those comps. But then he would have to go up against Taylor in the final 2. And I think that Taylor, if she had got to the final 3, I think she would have beaten anybody that was left. I shouldn't say anybody, because Michael was eating, sleeping, and breathing that studying while he was in the house. Michael would have smoked anyone in that final. Yeah, she won against Paul. There we go. I remember that. So yeah, she can't be a terrible game player if she won a season and got 3rd place on another season. Even if you didn't like how she played the game. Women lie, men lie, numbers don't, as they say. I can't wait for the Challenge 38 too. And Andrew, something cool that I'm going to have. I'm going to the challenge watch party that they're having in the city with Challenge Mania. Devin is going to be there, and probably some other surprise challengers, and I'm going to take some video, hopefully with some of them, and put it on my channel. If Brittany didn't win that veto, she probably would have went home sooner. Of course. I don't know, Keisha. Monty thinks Taylor has a great story to win over the jury, and he feels like... I feel like Taylor's story would be more powerful against Turner than it would be against Monty. Monty is talking... Yeah, I saw him saying he wants to give Turner the heads up. Don't do that, brother. Don't do that. Michael would have won easily, of course. I agree. Monty wants to take Taylor for sure. I wonder who from this season will be on the challenge. I would like to see Monty, Taylor, Joseph, and maybe even Michael. I don't know if Michael would want to do it, but Monty only will tell Turner when he wins the third comp. I would love for you to go live when it airs, or how you... yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm going to be doing that. But not for the first episode, because I'll actually be out in the city for that challenge live viewing of the show. And if I went live there, A, they'd probably have music in the bar, and B, you wouldn't be able to hear anything. Nobody needs to say nothing exactly unique. Exactly. Like, what are you thinking right now? Monty, Taylor, Joseph, Amir. Yeah, I would like all of them, all of those people except Turner. I'm good with Turner, but all the others that you listed, cool. Joseph and Michael combo for the challenge. My favorite two guys. You should be able to hear a pin drop. Monty doesn't want to lose. Yeah, I think that Monty just thinks out loud sometimes. I feel like he's not going to actually tell him. I don't think he's going to give him a heads up. Thank you, Janice. No more live feeds for this year, but I'll definitely still be here doing other things. Bye, Trisha. We could do a cast assessment for the challenge. Talk about the pairs that will go far. The challenge starts on October 12th, and we are September. We're still in September 25th, I believe, right? Yeah, Andrew. Let's do that. Andrew. We can do cast assessment and maybe even predictions. This is exactly the thing. Rise, I'm responding to you. People keep talking about playing the game honorably. I mean, there's no honor amongst thieves. How about that? Turner was... yeah, he was guilt tripping the hell out of Monty, and Monty knew it too. Monty's smart and Turner is smart, so the psychological thing that Turner was doing with him, Monty knew exactly what he was doing. Why do you like Michael so much? You use racist against Kyle. But why do you like Kyle when he's the one who said it? I wish they would do BB reunions. Why don't they? Why do they not do that? D, I'm going live, but I'm not going live while the finale is on. I'm going live at 9:45 p.m. Eastern, which will be like 15 minutes before it goes off. Yep. I'll be live 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Turner House, and no, this is a possibility. Nobody's dumb. I don't like Kyle. I'm just being honest. I find fault in what Michael did. But I don't think that because he didn't tell them earlier, that means he's racist. I just think that he was using it for gameplay. But I saw no signs of Michael really being racist or prejudiced himself, so Turner knows this might happen. That's why he was killed, Monty. Oh, that's why he was guilt tripping, Monty. Got you. Michael had a strong 7 alliance. Britt did everything in their power. Michael and Britt did everything in their power to dissuade Kyle from his no. I mean, at least not what I saw. I saw Brittany have more of a conversation with him about that than Michael. Like, Michael said something, but it wasn't really strong. I have a whole post about that on my channel, Spivey, so I don't disagree with you. It's just, it's not the same. It's not the same. Having those ideals is different than using it for gameplay. The thing that we've seen about Michael, I feel, is that Michael was willing to do anything to win the game. I saw that pop up on my sidebar, Cameron, on my ESPN notifications. I saw that. Thanks for yeah, thanks for saying that. Yeah, Andrew. So if you still want to hop on a video, we'll do that. Michael is something else. Yeah, Michael. Derek said, I was just watching Winner Circle, the interview of Brittany, the exit interview of Brittany, and Derek and Cody were both like, Michael would like stab his own mother or something like that in order to get the win. So if Michael is guilty of anything, hold on. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a phone call. I'm gonna have to go soon anyways, but if Michael was guilty of anything to me, it was he was guilty of having no rules. Like, I felt like Michael's basically just like, once I get in the arena, which is a Big Brother house, anything goes. If you don't like that, that's fine, but please remember to hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, maintenance chick, thank you. Yeah, I hope Rihanna, that would be cool if they did something with her. I think Michael played a shrewd game, but it's not grimier than... Yeah, his game was not the grimiest game that I've ever seen. It's just that, oh man, the specific thing that he used lacked a little bit of tact to me. It lacked some tact. I didn't like it. I didn't like the move. Hi, Chocolate. Yeah, I like exactly how you phrased that, Rise. More ruthless and racist. Like, I don't even think that he was thinking about the impact that it was going to make when he said it. I think he didn't realize what was the impact going to be until he actually saw it. He played a shrewd game and still likable. To me, too, the only thing is I hope that once he gets out of the house and views the footage, he's a little bit more apologetic, because when he got the interview that I saw, the exit interview, he said, I'm not responsible for a grown-ass 29-year-old man's thoughts and actions. If I was on Big Brother, I would think of honesty first, and you'd be out the door first. I respect it, but you would not win, Spivey. This season was full of how people view others in real life. So much drama. First time for a lot of things. You liked his exit interview? I liked most of his exit interview. I just didn't like the fact that when they brought up that he basically co-signed Kyle, that he was like, "Nah, I'm sorry that it looks that way, but I did not." But he did actually, and he said that he wouldn't tell anybody. There's a clip of it. If you saw that interview, you saw the clip too. The questions to the oh yes, the questions to the final two are gonna be real interesting. Chocolate, I agree. Yeah, Michael's exit interview exposed him. This season is like a real roller coaster of a season. One week, like it looks like it's going one way. So Michael and Kyle were talking in a room the next day after the supposed White Alliance thing, and Kyle was basically like, "Hey, Michael, I just want to ask you. You think that I'm reaching here? You think I'm bugging? You think that my concerns are not valid about the Cookout 2.0 stuff?" And Michael was like, "Oh no, no, I thought of it too. That's definitely been on my mind as well, and I'm not gonna tell anybody about this conversation, of course." 4 hours to go. That was the twist of all twists. How do you think Amara would have went if she didn't play too hard at the beginning? Amira's potential was so high. She just got too cocky and overconfident. I think Amira could have been sitting in one of those final two chairs. Spivey. He did tell Turner that too. Yeah, yeah. This is like if people were saying that season 23 was boring and predictable, well, you got this was the season for y'all. This was the season for y'all who said last season was too boring and unpredictable. You got a hella unpredictable wild card of a season where different stuff happened every freaking week. The reason why I didn't like Amira was just because of how much he didn't like Taylor. That was annoying to me. She jumped on the wrong side. Best season in a decade for sure. Because I had Monty, Amira, Turner, Kyle, final four. My final three before the season started, they're all out. I had Michael, I had Nicole. I wish I hadn't picked Nicole. And I think I had Kyle. I think I had Kyle. I thought that Michael, though, when I saw him like week one, week two, I thought that Michael was going to go on a Dan Giesling run, to be honest. I thought Michael was going to go on a Dan Giesling run. Then when I saw him winning a few too many tournaments, I was like, I loved Kyle at the yeah. Kyle was so like lighthearted and fun. I liked 23. She did. I did not like the unnecessary bully and mistreatment of Taylor. I can't stand Daniel either. He is trying to play the villain role online, but all we remember about him is how nasty he is and that horrible haircut. It would be a bit anticlimactic to me if I don't get to see Taylor face the jury. Yeah, Taylor making her jury speech. If y'all didn't see Taylor practicing her jury speech last night, if she gets in one of those final two chairs, she's going to make one of the most epic and iconic final two speeches of all time. Let me just say that. My final three was basically right. Monty, Turner, Kyle, only one didn't make it. Before the season started, I had Pooch as my winner. Ouch. How was Taylor bullied? How? I don't even know how to... I don't know. Did you watch the season? Agree, I want Taylor in the final two so bad. in the pre-interview before they enter the show. I know Monty, Turner, Kyle, and Amira would be good players for sure. I agree. I heard Daniel accused. Yeah, I heard that too. I expect her to make the most excellent final to speak. I hope. I hope she gets to. Shane, how about the fact that she walked in the door? They were like, "Oh, pageant girl. We don't F with the pageant girl." How about the fact that people were walking around lying? Paloma lied on her, and then the whole house was like, let's not talk to her, ostracize her, and try to get her out of the house for nothing game related. Then there was the Nicole incident where she was trying to comfort her. Then Nicole goes and tells Daniel, and Daniel says that she has to apologize to the whole house for her crimes that she has committed, and she didn't do anything. That's just a couple of things, by the way. Amira and Taylor could have been allies, and exactly, man, they should have been. They should have been. If Taylor wins the show, does she get AFP, or does the following runner-up receive that win? I've heard that you can't win the show and get America's Favorite Player. She was literally targeted, blamed, yelled at, made fun of, excluded. I mean, how can you watch the show and ask that question? It wasn't about her being screamed at. Shane. Stalking his podcast, huh? Which was leaked online. Taylor was bullied from week 1. She been through a lot in that house. I was going for Taylor for a while, till Monty started coming to the light to me and actually played a great game. Who won what, mother of intuitives? Yeah, I don't know. Like Shane just doesn't like Taylor, that's all. They said that Taylor was aggressive. They always say that about us, Chocolate. They always say that about us. I've been called aggressive, and I'm not even aggressive. They can both win. She basically told Nicole to go home. I would have been pissed that she did not basically tell her to go home. She said if Nicole's situation with her mother is something that is too hard for her to handle, then game be damned. Why would you be mad about that? In the past, you could win both. Taylor most likely getting AFP. She not winning the show because she will sit next to Monty or be eliminated by Turner. Look up, bro. I can literally see you from the car park. What? You're in New York? Taylor was abused so badly all season, even to the bitter end with Monty bringing up week 2. The AFP with prizes and seemingly more cash ended up making as much as number 2. I like her. I just don't like how people act like she can do no wrong. I think that a lot of people went behind her because people acted like she could do no right. Some people might not like what I have to say, but there was definitely shade switching. I don't know what you mean, Shannon. If you had to ask how she was bullied, you wouldn't understand. Yeah, pretty much. No, Shane. Taylor said she wouldn't be upset if Nicole had to leave her bestie because of her mom's illness. Right. Exactly. She had no sympathy for her. They did her bad, and for a long time, no one said anything. The oldest person in the house treated her the worst. And then kind of pretty much was denying it at first in her exit interviews. Shane, buddy, I understand where you're coming from. I used to love Taylor, but yes, her fan base treats her like she's perfect, so I get it. Who said that she's perfect, though? Taylor was called a roach, a hoe. Indy said she wanted to pour hot soup on her, which is a trigger Poor Taylor, considering she was burned when she was little. Yep. And Nicole said she was flaunting her cat. She did say that. I'm part Cherokee and raised by French. I got told many times you're so... Anytime, especially for me, especially in a work corporate setting, if people did some BS to me at work, which has happened many times, setups and different stuff that's happened in these corporate settings, anytime I had a reaction to that, I was aggressive. Like, you're not allowed to have an emotion. You're not allowed to have a reaction to things people are doing to you. Otherwise, you're aggressive. Daniel accused her, and that was nasty and malicious, Unique. And he was still trying to accuse her afterwards. That was malicious. The way she said it was not genuine. So because you don't think it's genuine, that means it's not genuine. The people that naturally, the people that naturally bully people are the very ones asking how Taylor got bullied. Fan base acts like she's perfect. That's all I'm saying. Not everybody, but most I see praise her like she's untouchable. Some called her manipulative. I know. That's just wrong to me. Like, when somebody comes to you genuinely and they say that you're trying to manipulate, come on. That's not gameplay to me. Taylor has confidence, and oftentimes when one does not have it, they dislike you, plus she's pretty. Oh boy, exactly. You got called angry too, Chocolate Capricorn? Telling you. Something that somebody told me a couple years ago, a life coach that I was working for, people only understand from their level of perspective. Okay? So some people you cannot even have the discussion with. They're never going to understand what's going on, because if you have not experienced some of the things that are being seen and spoken about and talked about, your perception level is from what you've experienced yourself. That's it. Certain things you can't explain to people. Hit the like button. 74 people in here, 38 likes. I'm just doing a quick check-in. I appreciate the fact that like 80 plus of y'all came in here, even though you know the live feeds are done. That's a supporter right there. Yeah, Zoe. Like, I've wasted so much time in my life trying to explain things to people. I had an incident at a job that was clearly an instance of racism, and when I told people about it, even some black people that I told about it were trying to find any reason for it not to be that. Are you sure you're not reaching? What was the context of what was said? Are you sure that this was not just only about work and you are sensitive and you just feel like that's what it's about? And to me, it was like a clear as day type of situation. So I don't waste too much energy anymore on those types of things. Since day one, the chicks hated her because she was a beauty queen. Yeah, never tell anyone you're a pageant girl. F Taylor. She barely even said anything. They hated her immediately for her putting on that dress and going to play pool at the pool table. Like, we got to get her out immediately. People treat Taylor like an angel, Monty like a demon. Listen, the black woman is the least protected demographic. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm only going to be on here for like another 2 minutes. I'm only going to be here for like another 2 minutes because I'm here at the hospital visiting, about to visit my dad in the hospital. But I'm trying to read these comments really quick before I go. She did try to sleep with... What? Which dudes did she try to sleep with? Every dude in the house. What are you talking about, Shane? What are you talking about? Happy Sunday. Just got out of Bible study. Give us a verse then, eh? Give us a verse, please. I'm about to go visit my dad. I could use one. They were in the pool and she was playing pool with the guys, and you could just smell the jealousy coming from the girls. One coworker. You guys. This conversation is getting really good before I have to go. This always happens to me. Charmed life. One coworker kept calling me Felicia, like bye Felicia. I asked them multiple times to stop, but I was called aggressive and loud, although I was intentionally calm, cool, and collected. I was asked by a company CEO at one of my jobs if my beard was a fashion statement for black people. The man was Jewish. I might get into that another time. It's a whole topic. Taylor is drop dead gorgeous. That's why all the other women wanted her out. The guys went with it to keep the target off themselves until Turner and Joseph stepped up. Keisha, I remember them be pissed because she was hanging with the boys. And the thing is, Spivey, a lot of stuff started because Taylor tried to give Monty the heads up of what Paloma was saying about getting out the guys. You remember that, right? I connected with Taylor because her exactly. Hope your dad is coming along much better. Thank you. That's Cat. Black woman in Love Island gets so much love. That's a lie. She was on. I don't know why Shane said that. Shane is wildin'. Shane is wildin' and watching another show than all of us. He's watching another show than all of us. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Lin. All right, y'all. 62 years old and tired of having to explain microaggressions, white privilege and fragility, angry black woman, etc. I'm from the generation that lived segregation and tail end of Jim Crow. I've experienced the bullying as well. Especially when I was in school. I went to a white school. Yeah, I have a whole story on that too. She tried to have a black man and he turned on her. He sure did. Sure enough, he sure did turn on her. I will Charmed life and rise. It's not, Shane, it's not about you having a different opinion. It's like you're saying things that didn't happen. Like an opinion is one thing. Spivey has a different opinion than a lot of us. I have no problem with anything he says. You are saying things that didn't happen, like saying that she tried to sleep with every guy in the house. Like, you just made that up. Oh, we're going to get back to this topic, though. This sounds like a topic that we're going to get back to, like, maybe tomorrow. See y'all 9:45 p.m.